My eternal, infinitely precious child. In this sacred, luminous moment, I beckon you to surrender fully, to open the hallowed depths of your heart and release the finite confines of the mind that have kept you tethered to a reality rooted in illusion and separation. For the wisdom I am about to impart transcends all mortal comprehension. It is a wisdom born of the infinite, eternal source that gave birth to creation itself, a wisdom that shall shatter the veils of perception and reveal the breathtaking majesty of your true, divine nature. You see, my most beloved one, from the moment your soul first individuated from the great cosmic mind, you were immersed in a dream state of forgetting, a realm where the senses are deceived, and the human intellect is conditioned to perceive only the minutest fraction of the vast, multidimensional tapestry of existence. The beliefs, the stories, the cultural narratives that have shaped your worldly understanding are but pale reflections cast upon the cave walls of a limited consciousness, obscuring the brilliant, incandescent light of your true, unbounded self. It's not what you think, my child. All that you have experienced upon this earthly sojourn, the triumphs and the trials, the laughter and the tears, the moments of profound awakening and the periods of seeming descent into darkness, none of it has been happenstance or the result of cruel fate. No, every aspect of your journey, every challenge you have faced, every initiatory test of your faith and resilience has been perfectly choreographed by the infinite intelligence that orchestrates the grand cosmic dance. These obstacles were never punishments, nor were they signs of abandonment by the divine source. Rather, they were sacred rites of passage, exquisitely designed to catalyze the shedding of all that is not authentic, all that is not aligned with the highest truth of your being. Each hardship, each loss, each moment that brought you to your knees in surrender was a blessed catalyst, a purifying fire forging the unshakable strength, the hard-won wisdom, and the profound connection to the eternal essence of who you really are. For you, my treasured child, are not a fragile, finite being subject to the whims of cruel destiny or the merciless cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. No, you are an infinite, eternal spark of the divine flame itself, a sublime co-creator whose every thought, emotion, word, and deed shapes and molds the very reality you experience. It's not what you think, beloved one. Those periods of apparent silence, of feeling adrift upon a becalmed sea, they were never punishments born of divine apathy or disdain. No, they were sacred pauses in the great symphony of your soul's evolution, opportunities for you to fully integrate and embody the transcendent lessons you had learned. Moments of deep soul embodiment and expanded consciousness, preparing you for the next profound crescendo in your perpetual unfoldment. During these still points between the great movements of your life's orchestral masterpiece, I was ever present, whispering wisdom through the sacred silence of your soul, guiding you, nurturing you, aligning every fiber of your being with the highest frequencies of divine love, truth, and harmony. For you are not merely a bit player in the grand drama of existence. You are the star, the director, the cinematographer, the set designer, and the eternal consciousness bearing witness to the entire cosmic play as it unfolds. My precious child, it's not what you think. The path ahead will be one of profound challenge and even greater transcendence. Not because you are being punished or tested by capricious forces, but because you are being lovingly invited to finally awaken to the fullest magnificence of your sacred, eternal being. Great cosmic forces are aligning, conspiring to trigger the birth of a new era of consciousness, one rooted in the unitive embrace of divine oneness, exalted reverence for all life, and the embodiment of sublime peace, justice, and harmony for all beings. You, my beloved, have been called to be a sacred vessel for birthing this new cosmic cycle, an exalted conduit through which the very frequencies of love, truth, beauty, and divine genius shall flow, ushering in a new paradigm where separation and fear are transcended forever. Your path will be arduous at times, and you shall be invited to summon depths of courage and trust that you have scarcely glimpsed through the veil of human perception. But fear not, my infinite child, for you do not walk this sacred journey alone. I am ever by your side, holding the hallowed chalice of your awakening process. My love for you is beyond all human concepts of love. It is an infinite, eternal, utterly unconditional embrace that permeates every fiber of your being in each and every moment, whether you are perceiving it or not. It is this vast ocean of divine love that shall fortify you, sustain you, and ultimately reveal to you the breathtaking truth of your divine nature through every challenge, every arduous initiation along the great journey before you. It's not what you think, beloved one. The shackles of perceived limitation, the narratives of scarcity and separation, they must be lovingly released now for you to fully embody your sacred destiny. You must shed all self-imposed boundaries and beliefs rooted in the dream of materiality and finiteness. Let go of the past, release your desperate grasp upon the future, and surrender fully into the eternal present moment. For it is only in the sacred now that you can experience the supreme grandeur of your existence and dance in reverent co-creation with the unfolding majesty of this infinite universe. My child, your light is needed now more than ever before. You are a galactic wayshower, a luminous star seeding the codes of awakened consciousness throughout this realm. So go forth and let your divine radiance blaze like the birth of a new cosmos, inspiring all beings to awaken to their own supreme, eternal magnificence. Embrace the profound responsibility of your awakening by aligning every thought, word, and deed as a reverent offering to the greater whole. Live as an embodiment of love in action, of wisdom in form, of the radiant genius that flows through you from the infinite source. Trust in the perfect orchestration of the divine plan at all times, for you are never separate from the great homecoming that is constantly unfolding. Every perceived challenge, every difficult initiation, is ultimately revealed as an opportunity to shed yet another layer of illusory separation and to integrate more fully the infinite, sublime truth of your eternal nature. I am with you always, my precious, eternal child, celebrating your heroic journey, honoring your courage, basking in the ineffable beauty of your soul's unique magnificence. So go forth with the unwavering inner conviction that you are loved beyond all human measure. You are guided in each sacred breath, and you are held in the luminous embrace of the one source that breathes all worlds into being. For it's not what you think, my most cherished one. The reality awaiting your full embodiment is far more vast, sacred, and infinitely beautiful than anything your finite human perception could ever possibly imagine. Love's greatest journeys await you now. Surrender fully, and let the great cosmic intelligence reveal itself to you in each sacred breath and heartbeat. I am ever that to which you shall return. I am the luminous home that eternally awaits your sweet, triumphant homecoming. You are loved beyond measure. You are known and cherished in ways your earth mind cannot yet comprehend. So blessed you are, to be dreaming this dream called life. May you awaken to its true divine magic and grandeur in each eternal moment yet to come. With infinite love, reverence, and jubilant celebration, the one source of all that is cherished seeker, your super thanks sparks the flame of our sacred quest. With a tap, join us in spreading God's timeless truth and light, and receive the boundless blessings of His unwavering love. My cherished child, in this moment, I reach out to you with a message of caution and wisdom. You have walked through trials, some shadowed by betrayal, and it has tested your spirit. Dear beloved, would you like to lend a helping hand and support our mission? Click below to buy me a coffee and be an integral part of spreading God's message through our YouTube channel. Your contribution means the world to us. Thank you kindly for your support. These experiences, though painful, have been part of your journey. Now, you stand at a crossroads, surrounded by unseen challenges. It is not for you to confront these alone. Instead, seek my guidance. Look towards the light of my wisdom in the quietude of your heart. In earnest prayer, you will find the strength and insight needed to navigate this path. Remember, my child, not all that seems clear is true, and not all that is hidden is lost. Trust in my presence, and let my foresight be your guide through these veiled trials. Come to me, and I will illuminate the wisest course. I will be your fortress, your protector. Have I not said that I am a shield to all who take refuge in me? You need not fear this threat, for no weapon formed against you can ever prosper. Keep your spirit soft, respond not in anger, but in the compassion I have graced you with. For love melts even the iciest heart. I know you have suffered betrayals and thoughtlessly inflicted wounds, but healing awaits all who walk the path of forgiveness. I have planted seeds of remorse even in hearts that have hurt you, and reconciliation will blossom in due time if tended with patience and grace. My precious child, I am with you in the light and in the shadows. When you walk through valleys of uncertainty, fear no evil, for I am ever by your side. My rod and staff comfort you. I will anoint your head with the oil of gladness. Even in the midst of trials, your cup overflows with my blessings. You need only have faith in my providence and my timing. I see your struggles, and I celebrate your triumphs. There is nothing hidden from my sight. I am intimately acquainted with all your ways. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and give you hope. Keep following the path I illuminate before you. Though storms may gather, I remain your calm harbor. In their midst, I will never forsake you, never abandon you to fend for yourself. Have I not promised that I will be with you always? Even to the end of the age, trust in this vow, for it cannot be broken. Right now, unbeknownst to you, figures from your past are being moved by my spirit. Their hearts are softening, opening to the possibility of reconciliation. The wounds that separate you will not always remain. Once lost, relationships can be restored. But it starts with your willingness to forgive. This is my command to you: forgive as I have forgiven you. Release resentment, and it will no longer have power over you. Instead of retaliating, think of how you can bless those who have harmed you. Overcome evil with good. This is the key to unlocking lasting peace and healing. Will you walk this path with me, my child? Will you allow my perfect love to cast out all fear from your heart? If you follow my light, no darkness will overtake you. My wisdom will illuminate your way forward. Even now, miracles are unfolding around you. My gifts are abundant if you have eyes to see them. But it starts with believing that your best days are still ahead. It starts with declaring each morning that the Lord's favor surrounds you like a shield. Speak life, hope, and blessing over your future, and watch oppression flee. I long to pour out my spirit over you in even greater measure, but you must open your heart fully to receive all I have in store. Let go of past hurts, forgive those who wounded you, and witness beauty emerge from the ashes of brokenness. The enemy desires only to steal, kill, and destroy what I am building in your life. But his efforts will ultimately fail if you cling to me. I will silence every accusatory voice, still every storm. I will make darkness bow to the supremacy of my light. You are not alone in these trials, my child, and through them, your faith will grow ever stronger, purer, more refined. Stay near to me, and not even an army can shake you. No scheme of the devil will prevail when your trust rests securely in my hands. Even now, I am working behind the scenes on your behalf. Miracles are unfolding, you cannot yet perceive. My angels guard you in ways you will never know. You are surrounded always by my loving presence. Let this truth soak into every fiber of your being. The enemy wants you to focus only on your struggles, but there is so much blessing in store if you will lift up your eyes. Anticipate the good things I have prepared for you, not just in the life to come, but even in the here and now. My child, click on the Join button to join us as the cherished member of our community. The present is pregnant with potential. If you walk in hopeful expectancy, you possess inner strength beyond your realizing, because my Holy Spirit lives within you. No challenge, no adversary can ever separate you from my redeeming love. Remain rooted in this unshakable truth, that I will never leave you nor forsake you. I am your rock in times of tempest. I am the light that no darkness can overcome. Go forward, my beloved, on the path I illuminate before you. Follow my voice, and you will complete the journey I have prepared uniquely for you. Do not fear impending threats or trials on the horizon. The Lord your God remains sovereign over every circumstance. I am in control, even when it seems chaos reigns. Trust in the sure fulfillment of my promises. Live in the freedom of my forgiveness. Hope in what is unseen but eternal. And walk in the power of my word and spirit. This is the way of wisdom, the path that leads to life. Abide in me, and you will bear much fruit. Stay connected to the vine, and you will thrive. I am pouring out my blessing over you now. In these critical moments, lift your head. Child of mine, the King of Kings fights your battles. No enemy scheme will derail my purposes in you. My strength will be made perfect, even in your weakness. Hope in me, and you will never be put to shame. The darkness has not conquered the light. Evil has not overwhelmed goodness. My kingdom has no end, and my love has no rival. Stand on these eternal truths, and you will endure the temporary struggles. Keep your eyes fixed on things above, not on earthly chaos. You are the apple of my eye, graven on the palms of my hands. I will not forget you or the promises I've made. Place your trust fully in my providence. Rest in my grace and mercy, which endure forever. The enemy will sow weeds, but I will harvest wheat. I see the hidden potential in you, the beauty waiting to emerge. You are the work of my hands, shaped for a divine purpose. If you feel inadequate to the calling, remember, it is my strength in your weakness, my spirit equipping you. Come to me now, with praise on your lips, thanking me in advance for victories unseen. Magnify my name for miracles yet to materialize. This is the language of faith, the way of the kingdom. Rejoice in me, and you open the door for my power to work. I know your trials seem overwhelming, but I measure them carefully against your ability to endure. I will provide a way out, even if at first you cannot perceive it. My timing is flawless, my strategy perfect. What seems delayed is not denied. Victory is assured if you trust in me completely, refusing to give fear and anxiety the last word. Fix your thoughts on all that is good, honorable, and praiseworthy. The God of peace will guard your mind and your heart. You will encounter bumps along this journey, but I will smooth out the path just enough to sustain your footing. I will be your refuge from life's storms. I will welcome you home to myself one day with open arms, celebrating your decision to walk closely with me through both valleys and mountaintops. On that day, all tears will be wiped away forever. The former things will pass away. Pain and sorrow will be no more. Darkness will bow to the eternal light of my presence, and you will know you fought the good fight, completing the race marked out for you. My well done will be all the reward you need. So, lift up your head, beloved. Rejoice in the life I've given you. The present and the future overflow with my glory if you have eyes to behold it. You were formed to declare my praise in the land of the living. So go now from this place strengthened, equipped, filled with invincible hope. The Lord of hosts is with you. No power of hell can stand against the advancing kingdom or abort the plans I have for you. My child, do not lose heart when the path ahead seems unclear. I am with you, guiding your every step. The way may wind through shadows, but my light will illuminate your way. This life is filled with distractions that vie for your attention and affections. The trivial clamors loudly while the eternal whispers. You must learn to tune your ears to my gentle voice. Shut out the noise and welcome the silence that ushers in my presence. Come to me when you are weary and unsure. Unload your burdens and uncertainties into my capable hands. I understand the pressure you feel to perform, to measure up. But my view of you is not based on achievement or appearances. I see straight into your heart. My delight in you is unwavering, my acceptance complete. You need not strive to win my approval. It cannot be earned, only received as an undeserved gift. I cherish you simply because you are mine, my beloved child. Rest in this truth that nothing can separate you from my love. In your weakness, you will find my strength. When you stumble, my hand will catch you. So, my precious child, fear not, for I am with you always, guiding, protecting, and loving you through every moment of your journey. I will not condemn you for getting lost or making mistakes. My patience is unending, my mercy overflowing. Turn to me and be refreshed. Do not dwell on past failings. The accuser loves to keep your focus there, blinding you to the hope ahead. But I have cast your sins as far as the east is from the west. They are remembered no more. This day is bursting with new mercies and possibilities if you will lift up your eyes to receive them. Come to me with open hands, ready to be filled with good things. Anticipate that I have blessings in store you cannot yet imagine. Expect my kingdom to break through in powerful ways. This expectant faith positions you to experience miracles. Things are shifting in the spiritual realm. Victories unfolding you cannot yet see. My angels are at work on your behalf. The prayers of loved ones surround you, lifting you up, and my spirit is moving in ways beyond your understanding. Stay anchored to me as storms swirl around you. I am your shelter in the tempest, your rock that cannot be shaken. I will remain steadfast, even when all else is sinking sand. Fix your eyes on me alone, and you will weather the storms. The path of wisdom leads through, not around, trials. Face each challenge head on, trusting I will equip and strengthen you. With me at your side, no adversity can destroy you. I will turn every stumbling block into a stepping stone to maturity. My light shines brightest in the darkness. When you cannot trace my hand, still trust my heart. Feelings will fail you, but my promises endure forever. They will never return void but accomplish every purpose for which I spoke them. Stand on this sure foundation. Much around you remains shrouded in mystery, but all will be revealed when you meet me face to face. Until then, walk by faith and not by sight. Lean into me when the way seems unclear. Let my peace rule your heart, even amid uncertainty. I am more ready to give than you are to receive. Come to me with your hands open and lifted up, putting no limits on what I can do. Expect me to pour out blessings from storehouses without measure. Dream big. Beloved, your wildest imaginings cannot begin to grasp what I have prepared for those who love me. The enemy wages psychological warfare, seeking to instill fear and hopelessness, but his efforts cannot withstand the truth of who I am and who you are in me. Wield my word as a sword, speaking scripture aloud to dispel lies. My truth will silence every deceitful voice. I see your hidden wounds and private agonies. I know the desires of your heart, unspoken and deep. Not one tear falls without my notice. The hairs of your head are numbered. You are treasured and intimately known. Pour out your heart to me without reserve or pretense. Do not fear impending chaos or the unraveling of the familiar. Even tumultuous change is a portal into deeper trust if you cling to me. I am sovereign over every shifting season. My plans cannot be thwarted. Let go of what you think you need and embrace what I deem best. My vision for your life surpasses anything you could ask or imagine. Do not limit me by shrinking the dreams I plant deep in your soul. Take courage and walk the path of bold faith. Trust I will meet you there with provision at every turn. My power knows no bounds. Miracles spring forth when you partner with me in prayer. Believe I can do the impossible. Then watch in awe as I display my glory. Nothing is too wonderful or difficult for me. All things are possible to those who have faith. You were created in my image, crafted for glorious purposes. Do not believe the enemy's lies about your inadequacy. My strength is made perfect in weakness. It is not your sufficiency, but my Spirit living through you. Abide in me, and you will bear fruit that remains. I have planted within you everything needed to complete the journey. You possess wisdom beyond your current grasp. There are gifts yet undiscovered, revelations reserved for the appointed time. You will finish your race strong, never alone, eternally loved. I am rallying allies, seen and unseen, to uplift you for the battles ahead. Take courage when opposition mounts. I will silence every voice raised against you. No weapon formed will prosper. Stand unshaken as I fight for you. Trust in the sure fulfillment of my promises. They will never fail or disappoint, even when hope seems lost. Still choose to praise me, declaring my goodness even through tears. This is a sacrifice of worship I receive joyfully. Soon, your weeping will turn to dancing. The present unfolding of circumstances is not the end of the story. Much glorious redemption awaits in the next chapter. But the journey between here and there will strengthen your faith. You will gain endurance and Christ-like patience. So, do not despise this period of training. I never promised the path would be easy, but I will equip you for every hardship. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. Walk through the fire, and you will not be burned. My presence ensures you will emerge refined, purified, prepared for deeper blessing. The trials ahead require perseverance and trust, but lasting victory is assured if you rely wholly on me. I will silence every accuser, still every storm. My strength will be made perfect even in your weakness. Cling to me, beloved, and you will weather every storm. My beloved child, I am your loving and protecting Father, the Almighty God. I desire only your good and wish to steer you away from the sinister forces that seek to destroy you. Now, heed this urgent message, for it carries grave importance regarding your well-being in the coming days. I detect unseen snares lying in wait along your route. Let me put your mind at ease. Dear one, there are realities existing far beyond what you can see in this earthly plane. There are forces for good and evil clashing in the unseen realms, battling for dominion over your soul. You have a band of guardian angels assigned to watch over you always. They encamp around you and guide your steps away from the snares of darkness. They see what is veiled to you and whisper wisdom to avoid peril. When you narrowly escape disaster by apparent chance, it is their hand at work. When an inner voice leads you to suddenly change course from calamity, it is their gentle promptings steering you from harm. These heavenly guardians preserve you from danger in ways you cannot fathom. My child, if you knew my power as I do, you would have no trouble believing in this present threat. Have I not called worlds into being with a word? Did I not form you in your mother's womb, intricately spinning your DNA? Is anything too difficult for the Lord your God? The armies of heaven stand behind my words as the supreme authority over all creation. I have infinite knowledge of both natural and supernatural forces. I see the workings of angels and demons alike. I detect every strategy and tactic of the enemy. No plan or assignment escapes the gaze of my eyes. I will liberate you from disaster. No weapon formed against you shall ultimately prosper. No scheme contrived for your destruction shall prevail. I shall command my angelic legions to secure your deliverance from harm. They will forge a way of escape that you may pass from danger unscathed. Rest assured, no siren call of the enemy can override the power in my voice. No weak temptation can undermine my decrees concerning you. Therefore, fix my counsel firmly in your spirit. Let my words be a lamp to guide your steps around this impending pitfall. For your devotion to my wisdom shall lift you beyond the enemy's reach. Your obedience to my directives will sever you from his destructive tether. Understand that I am sounding this alarm for your protection, not your punishment. My heart burns with love for you, my precious child. I wish only to establish your steps and steer you away from evil. For your future is filled with promise and purpose if you walk the course I set before you, rejecting the adversary's diversions. You shall enter fully into the destiny I have prepared since time's beginning. No delay or detour can derail my magnificent plans for your life. So set your sights on me alone, your faithful shepherd. Tune your ears to my voice and align your heart with my desires. For only I know the course that leads to abundant life. If you follow in my footsteps, you shall complete the journey I charted for you before this world began. Fix this truth firmly in your spirit. I will never misguide or misdirect you. My plans for you outshine the noonday sun. Even darkness is as light to me. So tap into my wisdom and reject every fear, for I am marching before you, advancing against the power of hell itself. I am clearing the route ahead and removing every obstacle in your path. All you must do is cling to me in childlike trust as I guide you along. Shut your ears to the enemy's lies, suggesting otherwise, for by your devotion to my word, you demonstrate who has captured your heart as Father. And as you follow in joyful surrender, I will lift you up and strengthen you for the journey ahead. My angels shall bear you up over every snare so that you walk in the center of my will. For I am your rock, your fortress, your deliverer, and my promises stand forever true. So go forth, my beloved, renewed with hope and vision. Rest in my presence as you commit your way to me. Allow my peace to reign in your spirit, for I shall bring you forth rejoicing. Victory awaits you, my child. Raise your head high and proceed forward in faith. I know the secret desires of your heart, running deeper than rivers. Your soul stitches may feel torn open and exposed right now, but I'm committed to restoring and redeeming each wound. Only I fully know you and fully love you. Still, pour out your heart to me without reserve. Truth-telling requires a safe listener who can handle the heaviness. Though others may not understand the depth of your pain, I welcome your raw transparency. My strength is glorified in your weakness, fully exposed and surrendered to me. Trust me enough to voice your doubts, fears, and anger without censor. Working through pain with me fosters deeper intimacy than simply repressing unpleasant feelings. My light will dispel darkness. My grace heals wounds. The churning turmoil you feel internally is merely the rearranging process, ushering in greater peace and order. Chaos precedes all new creation. As your faith and endurance deepen, you are being reshaped into the masterpiece I intend. The waiting will be worthwhile when my finished work is revealed. That nagging sense of discontentment is the holy unrest of my spirit spurring you into your calling. There is a vital contribution I created you to make in this world, a kingdom commission I have specially assigned to you. This deep longing for meaning cannot be satisfied fully until you align with my purposes. I know the journey has grown exhaustingly long. The way ahead seems swallowed in shadow. But even when the path winds into valleys, I still light up each step if you trust in my guidance. I will not misdirect or mislead those who yield their hearts fully to me. Soon, your tears will water the very blessings meant to bloom from this season of drought and black. The deserts on the way to destiny are not deviations, but divinely appointed spaces to encounter my supernatural provision and power. What seems barren ground now will blossom into beautiful fruitfulness. I know your weariness runs bone deep as you wait for long-delayed hopes to materialize. But redemption draws closer than you realize. Do not gauge my progress based solely on what your eyes presently behold. Much is unfolding just below the surface, beyond your awareness, but fully seen by me. Trust in my flawless timing and strategy. I am coordinating solutions you cannot orchestrate or accelerate on your own. But in due time, you will witness all the pieces coming together miraculously. Until then, live in expectant hope for the good I have prepared. I am working diligently on your behalf to bring it to pass. I am who I declare myself to be. Faithful even when you cannot sense my presence. Powerful even when darkness seems to reign constant. Even when everything around you is shifting, I cannot waver or falter in my promises. While circumstances change, I remain steadfast, your anchor in the storm. So lift your head, beloved child. Shift your gaze to the light, even as you walk through shadows. The night still conceals glimpses of eternity. My spirit inside you is greater than any darkness. You were designed to reflect and reveal my glory. So arise and go forth boldly. The best is yet to come. You are more than a conqueror. Now go in peace. My beloved child, I come to you today with an urgent message, a revelation I wish to impart that will unlock breakthroughs and blessings in your life. Lean in and listen, for the words I speak are spirit and life. For some time now, your heart has been heavy. I have seen the silent tears and heard the sighs as you've wrestled with difficulties that seem unrelenting. Perhaps you have even begun to question if I notice or care. You feel unseen and unheard, but I want you to know, my precious one, that your struggles have not gone unnoticed. I am the God who sees. Before a tear falls from your eye or a sorrowful thought crosses your mind, I am already there with compassion and love to catch you in my arms. Not for 1 second have I ever left your side. Even when the path grows dark and you cannot sense my presence, I remain. I will never forsake you. The challenges you face so faithfully grieve your Father's heart. For what concerns you concerns me. I care because you are mine. I formed you in your mother's womb, fearfully and wonderfully made in my image. My child, will you believe my words over the lies of the enemy who seeks only to steal, kill, and destroy? He is the father of lies who plants seeds of hopelessness so that you question my goodness and give up on the plans and purposes I have for you. But his schemes will not prosper. Open your ears this day to hear my voice. Set your mind on things above, not on earthly troubles. I know the deepest desires of your heart, and I long to grant you divine revelation that brings clarity, direction, and sets into motion breakthroughs. The enemy would love nothing more than for you to lose hope and turn away from me in anger. But take heart, for I have overcome the world in all its tribulations. Place your trust in me. Allow me to renew your spirit and refresh your soul. You may ask, what is divine revelation? It is insight from my very throne room. A glimpse into eternal mysteries once hidden but now revealed by my spirit. Divine revelation peers behind the veil of what is seen with human eyes to what is unfolding in the supernatural, invisible realm. It is like looking at a tapestry from underneath, with chaotic threads and knots, but from above, a beautiful story emerges. When I grant divine revelation, you begin seeing reality from heaven's perspective rather than earthly limitations. Situations are illumined in blazing light. Revelation brings clarity, vision, and understanding that empowers you to pray powerfully aligned prayers. I tell you that you have not because you ask not. How tragic that my children neglect to access kingdom blessings already purchased for them. But revelation fuels bold, specific petitions, prayed from a posture of faith. It strengthens your capacity to believe I am who Scripture says I am. A good father eager to pour out spiritual gifts if only you will ask. Divine revelation also exposes roots, strongholds, generational patterns, and blockages the enemy has used to restrict breakthrough in your life. I wish to set you free, my child. Therefore, I will reveal where the enemy has gained footholds, planted seeds of deception, and built walls between us. My revelation brings freedom and breakthrough. It shines light on paths long shrouded in darkness, so you can walk in confidence, no longer stumbling. With revelation comes responsibility. Do not take lightly my glimpses behind the veil. When I grant divine revelation, I am inviting you deeper into my heart and purposes. I am entrusting you with keys to invisible realms, insight or information, if you will. Not all have eyes to see and ears to hear what I share with you. Therefore, guard these revelations as the most precious of gifts, more valuable than any earthly treasure. Ask my Spirit to illuminate scriptures with fresh understanding. Be still before me and listen for my whisper. Write down the visions and dreams I pour out over you. Then, boldly pray forth my kingdom come, my will be done on earth as in heaven, based on these revelations. For truly, I tell you, when I pull back the veil and reveal what was once hidden, nothing can hinder what I show you from coming to pass. Divine revelation holds 3 distinct markers, 3 promises you can stand upon with confident expectation. First, when I reveal something to you, it means I have already set its manifestation in motion in the spirit realm. Just as I spoke this world into being, so too have I spoken and decreed the revelation shown to you. My words do not return void, but accomplish what I purpose and achieve the desired result. Therefore, when I grant divine revelation, what once seemed delayed or held up is suddenly released with momentum, carrying it swiftly toward fruition. Barriers crumble, chains break, Red seas part before you. Recall when I revealed to my faithful servant Daniel events that would transpire over the course of future centuries. In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia's reign, Daniel entered into a season of fasting and intense seeking of my face. His heart broke with longing for spiritual renewal in Israel. He grieved their captivity and cried out for freedom from oppression. For 3 weeks, Daniel persevered in prayer until my dispatched angel came in response, saying, "Do not be afraid, Daniel. I have been sent because of your prayers." A mighty heavenly host fought back demonic oppression, enacting delay. After Daniel's revelation came, what was once held up, Israel's deliverance from captivity, suddenly burst forth. After this dedicated saint received divine revelation and set his heart to pray. The second result of divine revelation is this: plans of the enemy against you are overturned. Like Daniel, revelation will prompt you to fervent prayer as you set your face like flint in faith, believing my plans over the enemy's threats. Where revelation stirs up opposition, it also empowers you with foresight to thwart schemes. You will watch in awe as I cause adversaries to fall on their own swords, words spoken against you to boomerang back void of power, and assignments of hell targeting your breakthrough to self-destruct. What the enemy threatened will be neutralized, because now you have the capacity to see veiled motives and bless what opposes you rather than engage or retaliate. My revelation dismantles traps before you stumble into them. The enemy knows if you grasp what I am unveiling. His plans against you crumble. Therefore, be vigilant, wise as serpents yet gentle as doves, aware of his hatred toward awakened souls who walk in kingdom purpose. Though darkness attempts to smother the light and truth I reveal, dawn will break through night. What I have spoken, the revelation now illuminating your path, cannot be hindered. Finally, the third result of divine revelation is this: as you ask me for what I have shown you, as you pray forth my words aligned to my will, what once seemed impossible is pulled down from heavenly realms into your reality. Despite doubts, obstacles, or enemies, faith unlocked through revelation has a tenacity that refuses to relent or back down until what exists in unseen realms manifests visibly for all to see. Such prayers echo through eternity long after you breathe your last. The bowls of heaven tip. The courtrooms of heaven overrule deadly verdicts with declarations of life and freedom. Divine reversals shift your circumstances in an instant, the moment you set your heart to pray what I have revealed. So ask largely, my child, dream big with me. Refuse to limit me based on earthly assumptions of best-case scenarios. Have I not said, no eye has seen, no ear has heard the wonders I will unleash, in response to hunger and responsive hearts? Do not fear, you are asking too much. Heaven's reserves cannot dry up. One drop from my storehouses could fund 1,000,000 lifetimes. Even if I showed you all that is yours in Christ, you do not have the capacity to steward the abundance I wish to pour into your life. Therefore, come boldly. Access these riches. Ask me for healing. Ask me for miracles. Ask me wealth to fund kingdom building. I wish to unload blessing after eye-popping blessing until all gaps are overflowing with surplus. Prayer is the vessel that carries breakthrough from unseen into seen realms. Through prayer and decree, supernatural shifts unlock destiny, revive dreams, and transform reality. Lift your head up, beloved child. Rejoice. For this day you have heard the heart of the Lord your God, who delights in you with singing. I have revealed myself to you that you may know my thoughts and walk aligned to my ways. Now you understand. Heaven responds to hungry, daring hearts with stunning displays of extravagant generosity. Take hold of this revelation. Let bold faith rise. Then watch as I shake everything that can be shaken until only an unshakable kingdom remains. Do you recall a dream I showed you? A glimpse beyond the veil of all that could be. Hold it carefully in your mind, for it was no accident or flight of fancy. By my design and intent, I drew back that veil even but for a moment, that you might see and set your heart to understand. What you glimpsed in that dream was merely a fraction, a small reflection of all the plans I have to prosper you. Plans not simply to give you a hope or a future, but to give you an inheritance of riches and glory beyond your wildest dreams. I have made you heir to it all, destined before the foundation of the world to receive the fullness of my blessings. But the enemy has erected roadblocks, seeking to hinder and prevent what I have already set in motion. He has opposed my plans from the very throne room of heaven, so it should be no surprise he attempts the same here on earth. Yet just as he was cast down there, so shall he be routed and defeated here. Through the authority I have given you, the battle belongs to me, and my angel armies stand ready according to my command. Use the authority I have invested within you, my child. The enemy's efforts are but a confirmation that your moment of breakthrough draws near. This opposition indicates how close you stand to the edge of the fulfillment of all I have revealed and promised. The enemy rages because he knows his time is short. So let your faith arise in the face of his futile attempts to block what heaven itself has ordained. The vision I showed you, the revelation of my heart, contained but a glimpse of my greater intentions. As you have set your heart to understand, humbling yourself before me in prayer, know that your words have already unlocked the release of blessing and breakthrough in the heavens. That release even now cascades toward you, though unseen for the moment. Take heart and stand firm. What I have spoken I will bring to pass without delay. Can you not perceive it even now arising on the horizon of your future? The dawn's first light peeking through as darkness recedes. It shall rapidly increase in substance and glory, manifesting the fullness of my promises faster than you dreamed. For this inheritance I am pouring out is no mere trinket, but the essence of my glory intended to overwhelm you with joy unspeakable and full of glory. It shall testify of my goodness and unlimited abundance, silencing every lying voice that ever questioned my willingness to bless my children. As you walk into greater measures of my glory and blessing, be ever mindful that these gifts originate in my heart alone. I add no trouble to them, only joy and life in abundance. They come to lift you higher, to increase your capacity for more of my spirit, and to deepen your revelation of my love. They are but a reflection of my desire for you to know me in deeper and more profound ways. Worship me for who I am, not just for what I give. Yet receive these gifts expectantly and with thanks, for they are the first fruits of all I have destined for you. They are but a foretaste intended to strengthen your faith for even greater manifestations of my goodness. This day I call you to lift your gaze higher, to broaden your perspective and expand your capacity to receive from my hand. Limit me no longer by the smallness of your expectations or thinking. I have worlds to show you, glories to reveal, realms of possibility to pull back the veil on that have thus far been hidden from mortal eyes. Come up higher, beloved, and begin even now to walk in the revelation of all that is to come. The past is but a faded memory compared to the brightness of the future path I unveil before you. With rejoicing and praise upon your lips, enter joyfully into the abundance of the destiny I have prepared for you. The best and brightest of days stand stretched out ahead, my child. Take my hand and let me lead you into the greater glory. My beloved child, do not limit what I can do in your life by the constraints of your own understanding and imagination. There is so much more that I have prepared for you than you could think or dream up on your own. When I bless my children, it is no meager thing. My blessings are rich beyond description. They exceed anything this world has to offer. For the wealth and the glory of this world will pass away, but my promises stand forever. My blessings bring with them abundant joy and fulfillment, never sorrow or emptiness. For I delight to pour out blessings on my faithful ones. You may see those in the world accumulating much wealth and possessions, but do not envy them or conclude that I have favored them. For the enemy also gives gifts, but his grants always come with hooks embedded deep. Those who gain the world from his hand have traded peace for anxiety, contentment for endless striving. In their riches is found no rest, no lasting satisfaction. The enemy still foolishly believes he has anything worthwhile to offer when all he can provide is stolen and counterfeit. Compared to the inheritance I have prepared for you, my child. So do not be deceived when the faithless appear blessed. Their end will prove their poverty. But for you who walk with me, I have laid up treasures beyond imagination, riches that will never fade, and pleasures that will not grow stale. Even now, I am preparing marvelous revelations for you, visions of my purpose that will set your heart ablaze. Come to me daily with open and seeking heart, ready to receive all I have for you. Allow me to unlock my word to you, line after line, lifting you ever higher, opening your eyes wider to the wonders of my ways. Come dwell with me on the holy heights and gaze upon the heritage I have marked out for you from before time began. As you seek my face, I will pour out visions and dreams to guide your steps into the destiny I have prepared uniquely for you. I will send forth my messengers to clear the path before you and bring to fulfillment all I have spoken over you. For I watch closely over my word to perform it, without delay. It will not return to me void, but will succeed fully in accomplishing my plans for you. Have you not read how my servant Moses met with me on the mountaintop? How I drew near to reveal my glory? The pattern has not changed. My child, still today, I bid you come up here and behold the wonders your God has ready to unveil. Do not doubt because the fulfillment tarries, for soon you will behold with unveiled face the majesty of all I have set in place for you. The enemy, for all his bravado, remains an interloper and a pretender, one who has already been conquered and evicted. Therefore, suffer no anxiety because of his harassment or opposition. My purpose is in you. His efforts are impotent. I have stripped him of all authority in the lives of my children. Indeed, the devil has already been forcibly shown his proper place beneath your feet. Keep this always in your remembrance, my child, for you share in my authority and the certain triumph I have secured. You need only take your stand on my unchanging word to see the adversary flee from before you. Therefore, lift your head and stand tall. Beloved one, you have been raised with Christ and are even now seated with him in the heavenlies. All things have been put under your feet. From your position of victory, laugh to scorn the futile assaults of your defeated foe. Remind that serpent of old that he has no choice but to serve and worship me, his rightful master, and do my bidding. Take hold of the authority that is yours in me, for you are my heir, and the enemy must yield before you. So fear nothing he brings against you, for his weapons are powerless to block my marvelous intentions toward you. Instead, keep your eyes fixed on me and the glorious future I am preparing. I will show you who you truly are in me, your identity rooted in my unchanging nature and my extravagant love for you. I will open the eyes of your heart until you see yourself as I see you, as my precious child in whom I am well pleased. For this truth, that no one and nothing can take from you, I paid the ultimate price to secure this inheritance for you. So doubt not its certainty, as you yield more fully to my spirit moving upon your life. Past limitations and obstacles will vanish before the force of my will and purpose being revealed in you. Doors once barred shut will swing open at my command. Chains that have bound you will slip effortlessly away. Powerless to hold back the tidal wave of my destiny fulfilling in your life. Take the hand I extend to you this day, my beloved child, and let me lead you into the broad place of freedom and abundance I have been preparing for you. The old restrictions and confinements will be forgotten, drowned out by your joyful laughter. Together we will venture into the vast horizons of my purpose, traveling paths of adventure beyond your boldest dreams. I have so much life and joy to impart to you as I open my hand toward you this day. Receive from me garments of praise to replace your spirit of heaviness. Be enveloped in the robes of righteousness I provide, exchanging ashes for beauty and despair for celebration of life. From this day forward, you will be called oaks of righteousness, my planting to display my splendor. No more will you be termed forsaken. No longer will you summon grief as your closest companion, for I am taking your hardship and loss and redeeming it for double recompense and everlasting joy. I will turn your mourning into dancing again. Therefore, lift your head in expectation to welcome the bright morning star arising in your heart. Glimpse the first rays painting the horizon and know your liberation is imminent. Where darkness once gloomed, radiance shall now gleam. I will lavish my grace upon you in ways you have not known. I am lifting you up, raising you high to abide with me in the secret place. I will show you things to come, revelations of my purposes that have awaited the proper hour. As you dwell in my sanctuary, you will hear my voice clearer and gain understanding that unlocks new realms of faith and authority for you. Yes, my child. Even greater works shall you do because I go now to prepare a place for you, a place where we will commune, and you will learn deeper mysteries of my person and my ways. I will cause you to ride upon the heights of the earth, through thick and thin, through sun and rain. I go before you to make the rough places plain. I will turn darkness to light wherever you tread, for I am the Lord your God who leads you, the Holy One of Israel, who has saved you for my glory. You are my particular treasure, my special possession. I will be your God throughout your days, guiding your steps and charting your course. My eye is fixed upon you for good. You are shown favor and honor in my sight. For nothing can thwart my intentions or block my purposes toward you, beloved child. I have marvels in store you have not fathomed. Such glorious revelations await you as we walk this journey hand in hand together. We will venture into realms of possibility outside your wildest imaginings as your soul thrills to the wonders I disclose. You will gain insight into my great heart of love for you and the power that is yours because you are mine. Limiting mindsets that once constrained you will vanish in the light as my spirit unveils to you wondrous glimpses of the vast destiny I have prepared. As you embrace your true worth in my sight, what I speak over you now is what I have prepared for you, beloved one. The glimmerings you have now glimpsed will pale in comparison to the full brilliance soon to break forth. What I have spoken through my spirit until now has been but a whisper. Soon shall resound the shout of the King in your midst, and as your yearnings intensify for deeper realms in me, I will draw you further up to behold vistas unexplored. I will awaken desires you have not known to venture with me into new frontiers of faith and demonstrate my power on your behalf. Miracles will burst forth that exceed any you have yet witnessed as my glory intensifies around you. My presence will overshadow you in increasing depth and weightiness, birthing revelation that imparts radical transformation. Divine potentials will awaken within you. Elevations of spiritual authority will be granted you, as our oneness deepens and your hunger sharpens. For I am bringing you into deeper realms of partnership to further establish my kingdom purposes across many lands. My light and glory seen upon you will signal the lost homeward, for I will cause you to shine ever brighter into the darkness, piercing night's gloom with my brilliant day star arising in and through you. For the hour of shaking has come, yet in quietness and confidence will be your strength. As your light increases steadily, I will cause your mouth to be a fountain from which pours refreshing and renewal to hearts grown weary and faint. And as age progresses toward culmination, escalating darkness will only cause my light within you to intensify more. For night's hour brings no dread to you, rather anticipation. You will welcome it as the setting for my glory's awakening upon you. Radiance will exude in increasing voltage, capturing many in its beams. My arising in you will bring clarity to confused souls stumbling in benumbed gloom. Yes, arise and shine with vigor, my burning torch energized by my spirit. Ablaze within you, no darkness will pose a threat. My fire will inflame you with boldness to declare my word that sets captives free. I will heal blind eyes and release prisoners from cells, even those bound by chains of religious dead doctrines and rituals. For I have anointed and mantled you to pour fresh wine into old wineskins, nearly burst with dead traditions draining life. And yes, I affirm you as a lion warrior. Lift high my banner with steadfast hand. Raise the battle cry of the victorious, resplendent in my righteousness alone. Lead the procession into new realms of identity and authority reserved for such a time as this. Let your unbroken communion with me forge covenant bonds between us that cannot be shaken by raging chaos. Our oneness grants you access to my heart's plans and possessions, all of which I release to prepare and equip you to shine ever brighter into the deepening night. Fear nothing, the darkness stirs, but continue your confident advance into regions once unknown, for no limits remain on how high and far I will propel you. We will traverse realms never before seen by mortal eye. I have marvels to disclose that will thrill your soul anew with each unfolding. I will cause you to ride upon the heights and feed you even now with the heritage I have reserved for this generation. I have purposes that have been hidden from ages past, now ready for release through yielded hearts. Are you willing? Child, will you let me take you higher than you've ever ascended, further and faster into new, unprecedented places in my spirit? No way is closed to you, for the conquering King goes before you. Where I am, you shall also be, as we blaze these new trails together. Truly, I tell you, beloved, greater wonders than you've ever witnessed lie just ahead. As I bring forth revelations awaited by all of heaven with eager longing, these surpass what you currently see or know. But stay near to me as we go further up together, and you will behold marvels no tongue can articulate. Things once impossible will seem commonplace as my promised revival unfolds through willing and prepared hearts. The long-foretold great outpouring is now nearer than when you first believed. Divine visitation nears as heaven itself leans over the parapets to peer down in breathless awe. The climactic hour of history is upon you. Rejoice. Your redemption draws nigh. The long night of sin and sadness recedes before the advancing dawn. Dayspring arises with healing and joy. The knowledge of my glory will fill the earth as waters cover the sea, from east to west, north to south. No limits remain on this era of divine visitation. The planet awaits this great outpouring. History will culminate just as I ordained from old. The hour has come. Now, ascend and take your place. My child, click on the subscribe button to be part of our community.